welcome to this channel. We'll be looking at integration by parts, and then the question now is that when do we use integration by parts? This is used when we have two functions. I mean, product of two functions. That is when we use integration by parts. Then let's see how to derive the formula. Okay, then after that, we'll start with questions. ddx, derivative of these two functions, f of x times g of x. Okay, so this will call for, this is function 1, this function 2. So this will be, we're differentiating, we're using a product rule, okay, and that will be keep one constant and then you differentiate the other functions, then plus. The one you kept constant here, you differentiate that, then you keep this one constant. Keep your second function constants. Then the next thing to do now is to remove this one from here. Then we have d of this function dx. Then the next thing to do is to integrate both sides of the equation. Okay, and when we do that, the integral of d of the functions will give us what? Will give us that function equal to integral of this. Then we can open this one. We can open this bracket, which will be equal to what? Integral of this function dx. Then plus integral of this function. So then the next thing to do now is to let u be f of x. So which imply the u differentiate this function with respect to s, and that was f prime of what? Of x. Then v also, let it be equal to what? G of what? G of x. So that means the v is equal to what? Is equal to g prime of x. So then the next thing to do now, we're going to make this one the subject of formula. We're going to make this one the subject of formula, and that means we're having integral of this function equal to, move this one to the other side, and that, okay. Then we can now substitute our u and v into this equation. So we now have integral of f of x is u, okay, and this one is what? The v equal to this one times this one, that will be uv. That will be uv minus what? Minus. So we have the u, this is the u, and g of x is what? Is v. So that's the formula for integration by parts. Okay, where this function is your question. Okay, find integral of these two functions, and the two functions is x and what? And cos x. And I've said at the beginning that when you have two functions, that call for what? Integration by parts. And this is our formula for integration by parts. So the question now is that how will I know which one is u and which one is what? Which one is v? That's very simple question. Your u, so let u be equal to what? Be equal to this. Why? Because your u must be differentiable. That's the first thing. And at the same time, must become what? In the process of differentiation, must become simpler. Okay? But this become what? This become simpler. So the u is equal to what? Dx. And then my dv is equal to what? Is this cos s dx. Integrate both sides. Integrate this place. Integrate this side. So v is equal to what? Sine x. Then the next thing to do is to write your question. I can make my question as this symbol. Then apply the formula uv. My u is what? My u is this. My v is this. Minus integral of my v is what? Sin x. And then the u is what? Is dx. So on the final note, my answer will be what? Will be this minus what? Integral of this one. If you integrate this one, that's minus cos x. Okay, plus the cos times of integration. So minus, that becomes plus. So your final answer will be equal to what? Will be equal to this one plus cos x plus c. So that's your answer for the first question.